Hey guys, welcome to your weekly energy forecast for the week of August 15th. I am very excited, August 15th, 2020. Spirit didn't impress a whole lot upon me before this, like they typically do. So I did pull some cards. Of course, I use Rebecca Campbell's Work Your Light cards anytime I do any forecasting. Her energy is just very high vibe, and I always want any work that I do on behalf of the world of spirit to be empowering and uplifting. So this is just kind of like the vibe of the work that I do. So that's why I pulled it out. Now, they did take me again. This is like the third week, I believe, in a row that they brought this around in the time of upliftment of humanity, right? Like we are trying to uplift humanity. They've given you some assignments on reaching out to somebody and telling them how much you mean to them or how much they mean to you. Over the course of the past few weeks, it's like they've been building us in this mindset of kind of like giving back, of creating inner peace by our external actions, right? So a lot of giving, a lot of expanding outwards, not so much inner work. It's like it's been pretty expansive work so far. But today they really want to talk about going inside a bit more. It's almost like they're making me feel like there's a lot of looking outside of ourselves for signs, for certainty, for, you know, the signs to tell us what to do next. But Spirit is really wanting us to go inwards this week. Spirit is wanting us, like, if you could even just for this week dedicate 15 minutes a day to sitting with your own energy, sitting in the power or sitting in meditation, there is this real yearning from the world of spirit that this is where the guidance is coming from this week. There's not going to be as many external signs like, you know, the numbers, the synchronicities that kind of come up, the thinking about somebody and then seeing them all of a sudden. Spirit is really making me feel that this week they're wanting people to kind of tune in, again, preparing us for that storm that's coming. Storm, I'm not trying to be dramatic and I'm not trying to be doomsdayer. I'm not like that at all. I think anyone who's worked with me knows that. But we are going to be challenged in these next few months emotionally. I know as a mom, I'm preparing to just be really flexible. I don't know what's happening with school. I don't know what's happening with childcare. And you just have to be flexible for inner peace. And so Spirit's kind of preparing us for this inner peace. So there's almost like this challenge that they're giving me this week of every single week just sitting with yourself for 15 minutes, whether you follow the breath, whether you do a guided meditation or a visualization of some kind. But there definitely is this encouragement to kind of access that inner temple. I actually have, I haven't shared it for many years. I don't know how high quality it is, but I will put into the comments box of this on YouTube a meditation I have called the Inner Temple. It's from years ago, but it's just like coming into my mind right now. So I will link that. So if that's something that you want to use for this week, just do it for the next 7 days. And what they're telling me is that what will be revealed for us for our next steps is going to be really coming through that more silence. It's going to be coming through the accessing through the heart, because they're also making me feel that a lot of us don't even know what to ask for. There's this discontentment that comes up. I've talked about this before in past forecasts, where we tend to project, we tend to overeat, or we overspend, or we overconsume on social media or TV or Netflix or whatever it is that we're overconsuming on, because we feel so unsatisfied. But a lot of us are not even really clear on what we do want. And so they're making me feel that through the inner temple, we're going to get a little bit clearer on what will bring us more joy. But they really want us to go into silence this week. And they also want you to lean into trust. If I could use a word that they're making me feel, it's around trust. It's like, trust us, trust you're not alone, trust yourself, trust yourself. There's a lot of, so they're making me feel that there's a lot of people kind of giving away their power. Maybe you're going from reader to reader to reader, or you're pulling card after card after card, or like even holding the pendulum to try to like give you the next steps or the answers. But Spirit's really wanting us to take some leaps, really take some inspired action towards what our souls are inspiring us to do. Like we're literally getting that inspiration, but we're not listening, and just trusting ourselves, not relying on certainty, not relying on them to bring us everything. It is an inside job that they really want us to do this. They do make me feel that there's ancestral patterns at play here. They're making me feel that this lack of trust is coming from childhood. Like, did you not feel supported? Did you not have somebody that you could trust fully, that you need to do some forgiveness work around so that you can access that inner trust again? Look at that for yourself. They brought that up quite clearly. This is funny to me because this is my 4th time trying to record this forecast, because I just got a new camera and like this new setup and system to try to like up the quality of my video game. And this is the card I pulled like all 4 times, is the Unbound card. It's really time to break the old thought patterns and the thought processes. Again, projecting comes up a lot again. Are you angry at someone right now? Like, are you angry at someone right now? Are you kind of like annoyed with somebody? They're wanting you to see where that's coming up inside. Again, this is an inside job. They're making me feel that why we're upset with somebody else is actually why we're upset with ourselves. And we need to do some forgiveness around ourselves and others, okay? To kind of get that clarity here. Now, what else are you going to bring me here? Okay. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have been feeling this. They're really making me feel that there's quite a few of you who have kind of had a rough week. They're making me feel like you've been feeling a bit trapped. You've been feeling a bit uninspired. You've been feeling kind of like you're boxed in, is how they make me feel. And they brought me the What Lights You Up card. So even in one of the meditations, when you access the temple of the heart, one of the intentions you can create as part of this is, you know, I want to discover what lights me up. I work with women on their purpose. I work with tons of women on, you know, creating spiritual businesses that really align with their purpose, but they're making me feel that there are people who will listen to this week that don't even know what lights them up. Like, you haven't even given yourself the space of that. So again, it's going to be revealed through the inner temple. And one of the best pieces of advice I actually really liked from the interview with Jonathan the Medium, which is on the YouTube channel. He's a life coach. He's phenomenal. And one of the things he said was, look back at when you were a kid. What did you want to do when you were a kid? And that's going to take you closer towards your purpose. So I love that advice that's coming up again that Spirit's bringing to me. So spend a couple minutes contemplating that. But you have to understand, as somebody who reads energy, what they're making me feel this week compared to like the last 3 weeks, which were really kind of like full of hope, full of like really positive, they are making me feel this energetic shift now towards what we're going to be looking into fall. So now is the time to really create a devotion practice. Now is the time to really take mindfulness into your daily routine, because we're not quite at that energy. I feel like it's going to be mid-September. Things are really going to shift, is what they're making me feel. And so whatever we can do now, we have a month to kind of like, I think they say it takes 21 days to build a new habit. Now's the time to build the new habits. Now's the time to really get serious about mindset, to get serious about a devotional practice. And you don't have to do this alone. If some of you, they're making me feel some of you like suck at self-accountability. They're like, have a friend. Like, literally ask one of your friends, can we meet online just 10 minutes a night or 10 minutes a morning before a day starts to just like meditate together? Maybe you guys listen to a visualization together, but you hold each other accountable, so you create this new pattern in your life, which is going to prepare you for what's to come for the rest of the year. And all I'm feeling about the rest of the year, to be honest with you, when I'm talking about this, I don't think like the world's going to implode or anything like that, but what they're making me feel that we're going to be entering this time of being really confused. Like, nothing is going to be clear. So however we can set ourselves up to understand that the inner clarity comes from inside, that's going to benefit us in the next year. So the real body of the message this week is around creating a practice that kind of takes you inside and lets you realize that there is nothing outside of yourself that's going to give you a permission slip or the inspiration that you need to have a really magical, powerful life. It is all an inside job. You can flip-flop between every single reader out there, but you're not going to get the clarity that you're going to get through sitting with yourself, through the heart. And how I do this, just so you know, like to give you something really practical to leave with, is when I take the breaths, I intentionally breathe it in, I fill up my entire body, and I breathe out through my heart. I breathe out through that heart space so that it's expansive. My heart is expansive. When my heart is in this expansive state, I cannot do anything but attract love. I cannot do anything but attract good, because the heart is good. Right? Everyone has a good heart. Some people forget that they have a heart or that they have a good heart, but everyone is born and gifted and created with a good heart. It's usually something that happens that creates mental health issues, or this unworthiness that sits in the solar plexus or in the mind, but everyone has an innate good heart. They just forget. So you need to know that everything is through the heart. So look for that guided visualization in the comments below. I do apologize if it's not super high quality. It was probably one of the first guided visualizations I ever made on my computer. But it could be something that some of you could use if you're not used to creating your own visualizations. But I wish you the best. Please, above anything else, when it comes to spiritual practice and this devotion that I'm asking you guys to create this week, to have fun with it. Lighten up around it. Don't beat yourself up around anything, and just like go with it. Okay, you guys will be great, and I'm really excited for this week for you guys. And when we check in next week, we'll wait to see what Spirit has to say for Virgo season. All right, bye guys.